Hello Masters, it's Edelweiss. Today I quickly want to talk about the new season cards which were released several weeks ago and they influenced the meta a lot. I will show you quickly the leaderboards and explain what the current meta this week is, and I will show you two aggressive decks and some gameplay to see which I think they're really good right now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and let's begin. So I'll take a quick look of the new season cards, which really changed a lot the meta, especially to a more controlling style or to more aggressive style decks. So basically the new cards, Crystal Archers, Crystal Construct, are like one of the most overpowered cards currently, especially the Crystal Construct. They work in many different decks, in Mordor decks, in tanky decks, in Minion decks. There are many great uses. The Crystal Construct actually costs 3 mana and it's an amazing tank, it can do the job. The Crystal Archers are with the huge range are very strong, and combined with Stormbringer perks are even more overpowered, so you can use them really well in combination with Stormbringer. The Crystal Construct can be used in almost any deck. There are no limitation, it's a great tank, it can do the job. The Crystal Sentry and the Crystal Arcanist are somewhat average cards. They are not bad, they're not the best cards, but they're definitely worth trying. The more weak cards in my opinion are the Mana Puff, Armored Escorts, Arcane Bolt, and the new legendary Lord Sentinel Telek. In my opinion, they're just currently not that good in the meta. They may be good in 2v2, but I will emphasize the use of the new season cards in the 1v1 ranked. So basically these cards are not that good. I would suggest avoiding them this week until they get changed or buffed or something is done. But the first 4 cards, Crystal Archers, Crystal Construct, Crystal Sentry and Crystal Arcanist, are extremely good cards. So in my opinion you should try them, try different decks with them, try different combinations, because they have a lot of potential and will probably get nerfed soon. So before they get nerfed, try to get those points in ranked, and yep. Now I want to take a quick look around the top 20 leaderboards and actually show you different types of decks that currently appear in the meta, of course the top 20, and I will explain why these decks are played, what's happening, and yeah. So with the introduction of the new season, the Crystal Spire, the main emphasis of the season is on controlling style of gameplay, especially combining Stormbringer with Crystal Construct on the front as big tanks and on the back the Crystal Archers. Basically the whole season emphasizes controlling the board and strength in the mid and late game. So as you can see, many decks in the leaderboards emphasize exactly on that. For example, the Stormbringer is using the Crystal Construct with the Crystal Archers, and Miluin deck, which is really good with Crystal Construct, which protects Miluin first perk, the Arcane Golem. And as you can see, many people drew inspiration from these decks, and the Crystal Construct and Crystal Archers are a huge part of this meta. Of course, the control style being so popular right now, the new aggressive style emerged once again, and you can see many aggressive decks right now. For example, decks which use the Dragon Ball, which will get nerfed soon, in combination with Sharak Twins, the new Rabbit Prowlers, which are very good and overpowered, and you can see more and more Ravager and Setsu and even King Puff aggressive decks, because the aggressive decks can actually beat the control decks. So if you imagine this, the control decks beat almost any kind of deck, but the aggressive deck can beat the control deck. So in the current meta you will find either aggressive deck with Ravager, King Puff and Setsu, or more control style of deck like Mordor, Minion and Stormbringer. So, what should you actually play in this meta? Well, I'm actually a huge fan of both control and aggressive decks. In my opinion, you can try King Puff. King Puff is a really good choice right now. He can be both played aggressively and a control style deck. However, he loses to Stormbringer. Stormbringer is a really good master as well. He can make a great use of the new Crystal Sentries and Crystal Archers. But you can use an aggressive deck like the Setsu aggressive deck which I made to beat the annoying Stormbringer. So you can choose. I suggest focus more on these three types of decks, either King Puff with his hybrid style, either Setsu and Ravager as an aggressive deck, or Stormbringer and Minion as a more control style of deck. Like, these are the two polarized ends. I actually like a bit more aggressive decks, so I will go with an aggressive deck and I will show you how this deck actually plays. So, I will show you an example game that I played today. I am playing aggressive Setsu and my opponent is playing control Stormbringer, and I want to show you this game. It will be very short, around 3 minutes something, 4 minutes maximum, and that's what I want to emphasize on, because you either have to choose aggressive style, some kind of more exotic style, or the main control style, because currently these three types of decks are the best. Personally, I chose the aggressive style because I see many control decks and the aggressive style beats almost all of the control decks. So I think that playing an aggressive deck currently is something great and you can win almost all of your games with it. Then that's what I want to show you right now, my Setsu aggressive deck against the control deck. So most of the time, if you play an aggressive deck against the control deck like I do right now, you absolutely win almost 90% of the time. And the thing is that you have the main strategy of the aggressive deck against let's say a control deck is that you have to beat your opponent early, or you have to deal early as much damage physically as possible, and especially as tempo cards like the Rabbit Prowler, like the Dragon Whelp, like the Dragon Pack, which I'm using, is a bit more risky, but still the value can be amazing. And you can see I use every single opportunity to reduce my opponent's health as much as possible, because I want this early advantage. When you play aggressive deck against a control deck, you really want every single point of health actually matters. You want every single point of damage that you can do, even if you have to use some spells to delay your opponent, so to allow your minions to hit the opponent's face more. Everything is really important. So if you're playing an aggressive deck, focus more on the opponent. If you're playing a control deck, focus more on defending early game, and gradually in the middle game start increasing your tempo, and in the late game you will actually win. So as you can see in my Setsu variant, I'm really trying to utilize the Setsu Jump, the Dragon Whelp and the Rabbit Flower as much as possible. I'm really using those tempo cards, and you can see these guys are already almost dead because my Rabbit Flower is really strong and really quick. So this is the end of the game, and this is what you should do always if you play an aggressive deck. Try to kill your opponent early and do as much damage as possible. Those people who play the control deck, once again I repeat, try to survive. An example for a control deck would be this Stormbringer control deck. Of course you can utilize the new cards like Crystal Construct and Crystal Archers, but the main idea is that you need some cards that will allow you to extend your life. And as a control style deck, I would recommend either putting Heal Puff or Divine Warrior, because these cards can really soak up so much damage and help you survive until late game. So I hope you enjoyed this video, Master. I hope that this video helped you understand the new meta, find your playstyle currently, because this meta is really strange, especially since the introduction of the new season. There are many different decks, all kind of style, but as I said once again, the most important currently are aggressive and control style. So either choose two of those or create some kind of an off-meta deck which actually beats everything. And write down in the comments if you have any questions, if you found the perfect deck for this season, and I will closely follow the development of the decks, and I will follow up all of the nerfs, because soon of course there will be many nerfs to the new season cards and the meta will drastically change. So whenever something like that happens, I will immediately try to make a video explaining what exactly is happening, what's the new change, what's the new meta. So yeah, you can follow me and I guarantee that you will be informed about the best meta choices, cards and decks currently. So once again, I hope you enjoyed the video, Masters, and if you have any questions, you can always write in the comments. So yep, bye Masters and good luck.